Hello everyone, if you want to see some bad karting, you've definitely come to the right place. This race, one of the weirdest races I've had in a long time. We're going to have a really good battle here at the front of the race for the lead, but some of the worst driving standards I've ever seen in karting. In fact, we were all called in for a telling off after this race, and you're going to see why. But as we go off the race here, qualified in P3, actually not a bad position to qualify at Sandown Park. You start on the right side of the track. We've already got up in P2, quite a good launch from us, and you can see in the rear view mirror up top that the guy in the white helmet, I think, has dropped down quite a few positions. Maybe he's carrying a bit more weight. And the battle we're going to have really is with this guy in first place. He knows what he's doing at Daytona Sandown Park. He was taking good lines. He's already looking over his shoulder there, so he's obviously worried about where I'm going to be, which is a good sign for me, the fact that he's worried. And at this point of the race, I'm just going to be sizing him out. It's a 20-minute race, this one, which equated to 20 laps. We actually got cut a little bit short, as you'll see why, because of the driving standards, but luckily was able to have a really good battle with this guy ahead. So going to the last corner here at Sandown Park, side by side, a little bit of contact. Possibly I was squeezed out a tiny bit, but no harm done. And we're going to go around now the very fast right-hander here at Sandown Park, obviously. Completely flat out when you do it right. High commitment, really like this corner, and feeling pretty good at this stage of the race. The guy ahead definitely isn't getting away. I just kind of chill out in the slipstream. I'm not really too worried about what's going on behind because I feel like I've got good pace for the session. It's just a random open session, a random open race. It's not a championship round where you tend to attract the kind of a fuller field of high caliber drivers. So yellow flags are out, and this is going to be a hallmark of this race. How to deal with the yellow flags and how to profit from them, essentially. You can see we're going down slowly here, much slower than I would go normally. There's the instant last corner, so we're now going to rev up past the instant. That means it's back to the full race. You don't have to wait for the next green flag at Daytona. And pretty good from me, but at this point I'd realised that the guy ahead wasn't really on it on the yellow flags or coming off the yellow flags. That's a potential opportunity for me to make a move. Goes very wide here through the right-hander. Kind of think about doing a cutback. I think at this point I can sense that the guy behind is quite close, and you can see in the rearview mirror up top that there's basically four of us as we go side by side here. It's going to cost me a lot of space as I leave that door open. I just go across there to shut it basically. And another yellow flag situation. I realised quite late I get hit up the back here, which is fair enough. It wasn't easy to see that yellow flag in the glare of the sun. And race neutralised again, so as I said, it's going to be one of these races, cat and mouse. And we go now. I've been caught napping that time, so pretty disappointed in myself because I tend to pride myself at Daytona Sandown Park and getting off the yellow flags pretty quickly, and even getting a few cheeky overtakes. And here you can see I've lost quite a lot of time, and more importantly, I've lost track position because if there's another yellow flag now and there's a lap car in between, then I'm going to get held up massively and just gapped from the leader. So I need to have basically no traffic in between me and the leader if I want to win this race. It is a sprint race, so it's just go hell for leather every lap. No real strategy here, which I quite like. And I'm going to do my best now to catch up with the guy ahead. I'm not driving fantastically well. You can see lap 1 was a 53, although that's off a grid start. My personal best in these karts this track is I think a 50.2. Still haven't cracked the 49s yet. But the pace wasn't particularly quick in this race. It wasn't one of those races. It's a bit like a Monaco race or a street circuit race. Just so much traffic to deal with. All about racecraft. You can see the leader going around the outside of some traffic here. I'm not going to be quite close enough to follow. So again, I'm at risk now of a yellow flag. That would basically end my chances of winning this race. So I've got to get a move done here. Going to go up the inside. Should be fairly simple now. I've got the space. See the guy behind me almost thinking about it, but I'm going to stay quite narrow there. I could just feel him again. You can kind of, when you're karting, you can sense when someone's close by. Going to go round the outside of this car. So really slow on the apex there. So around the outside was fine. Didn't want to go around the inside there. You just get blocked off. And we've kind of caught back up with the leader now and catching some slow traffic. In these kind of situations, I feel like I normally do quite well, working through the traffic, trying to maintain that speed, trying to gap the people behind by being aggressive through the back marker. See, hitting 47 miles an hour there on the back straight That's faster than I did in the M35 karts at the Daytona 24 Hours. So the Sodis do deceptively have quite a bit of grunt. Doesn't often feel like it because they feel heavy, but they do get up a good whack down that straight. And awkward place for black markers. There's a yellow flag there, not for us. I don't think, can't make out on the video whether that board was flashing, but I don't think it was. So we're going to go past here now. There's lots of traffic to deal with. It was a full session. I think possibly up to about 30 karts on track. And see there, the leader gets held up massively, and I managed to... Oh, and a bit of a slide there. He really had to come in, otherwise he was in danger of getting gapped. So good move from the leader. He's just got his nose up the inside. I wonder if that's going to give him enough into turn one. Am I going to back out? Not really. We go side by side. I'm going to try and hang it around the outside. I can see the yellow flag in the corner of my eye. And there's the yellow flag. And I can see the yellow flag's gone in, so I'm going to zoom off here. That's the exact kind of move I was talking about. The guy behind isn't happy. I wouldn't be happy as well. I've done a whole video on this in the past. I'll link to it in the top right. But that was me taking full advantage of the situation. If you are enjoying this video, do feel free to drop a like, subscribe, or even comment. Let me know if you're liking them. I really enjoy making these raw videos. I almost get pushed into the barriers there. Look how much traffic there is still with. Absolutely insane. Don't know if we're under yellow flags now. Must have been there's a marshal across the track trying to go up the inside here. I'm now in third place. This really hasn't worked out well for me. Although those two are going to go wide and I'm going to cut through on the inside. So there's the leader. That could have been a bit worse actually. But it's going to be non-stop traffic. You know the drill already. Lap 8 out of 20, that car was very slow on the outside. That could have been awkward. And I've now got one kart in between me and the leader. So, again, I'm at risk. We're going to go up the inside here and try and get a good exit. I'm not too worried about the guy behind. I think on pure pace, I had him in my pocket. But the guy ahead, we were much more even. And if I'm going to win this race, I need to get really close with him. And then hopefully try and drop him through the traffic. So, really interesting race. Almost has the dynamic of a multi-class race like LMP2s, GT3s, GTEs, even though we're all obviously in the same karts. But some people will be down at the track for the first time, maybe in a kart for the first time. And what a great day to do that. It was a beautiful day at Daytona Sandown Park. See the sky up there? There's a leader going through on the inside, and I'm in real danger now of a yellow flag kind of ruining my race. So I knew I needed to get the elbows out. This guy stays tight and then he goes wide. And we're going to try and go round the outside, and he spins. Oh, when he takes out the guy in third place behind. Wow. So I didn't realise that until looking back. But yeah, that guy he took out was in third place. So I remember at the time I could kind of... Oh, someone else spins. I could kind of foresee it happening. But that's a real tough break for the guy in third place in the white helmet, although he looks like he has recovered. I've got to get back on with my job, and I can see the leader there. Only one kart in between us. I feel like I might be catching him slightly. So we're going to try and go up the inside of this guy. It's going to be a drag race. I'm not the lightest, but these karts, they do really pull. You see that, just get ahead in the yellow flag situation. Would have been really bad if we got caught up behind that driver. Just being a bit sneaky and getting up the inside. Looks like it's a green flag now. The leader's had a look over his shoulder. He knows I'm there. I think he would have been hoping that I would have been caught up in the traffic, but not the case. Just about managed to get through. Don't know what I was saying there. I was muttering something to myself, but I was really enjoying this race. I remember when I recorded that, I was like, this is going to make a really cool video. I can't wait to have a look back and just see what happened, because it was non-stop. And this is why I like coming down to Daytona Sandown Park. Come to these open races. They open them up to everyone. They're not too expensive. They have gone up after lockdown, perhaps understandably. And you just get a real mix of drivers. You get some drivers here who are very fast. I've raced in these open races with drivers who are champions of other series. I've raced with an F2 race winner, so Formula 2, FIA Formula 2, and all sorts of other drivers. So you do get good drivers coming down, but you also get people on their birthday parties or stag teas, etc. And that adds a really nice mix to me. It keeps you sharp. There's a lot of overtaking to do. So yeah, I can definitely recommend that. Even hitting 41 miles an hour down the infill straight. Wow. These Sodis really do pack a punch. Obviously, recently, at the time of filming this video, I've been practicing for and doing the Daytona 24 Hours up Milton Keynes in the M35 karts that only have a 270cc engine. and the maximum speed I was able to get in those was 43. So we're pulling quite a bit more than that on the back of this straight. Bit of contact there almost, but I had to get past. Got to stay with the leader. You can just see him under the rear view there as I probably got my head down, trying to reduce any drag I can. There's the yellow flag, so again that's just about worked up for me. I've just about kept in range and not got held behind the kart on. You can see the second kart behind the guy behind me, how far behind he is. And that's where I'd be if I hadn't got past him. There's a kart on the track there, which is unusual. I'm going to go up the inside of this guy. So the race is still on. You can see on the lap counter we're lap 12 or 20. So we are running out of laps now. Not a lot of time to get it done. And I do really want to be in the lead in this race. I feel more comfortable when I'm leading races. I know some drivers don't particularly like it, but I like being in the lead. I can just knuckle down and do what I've got to do, take my usual lines. And if someone behind me is faster, then fair play to them. So I'm properly in the slip now. Probably got my head down a little bit of weaving ahead, which is, yeah, fair enough. It's not Formula 1 this, but I don't mind it. I'll just size them out to that corner. I tend to be quite good through that corner, I've noticed, so it tends to surprise people when I go for a move around it. So maybe we'll work out something there. 2 traffic carts here blocking the road, and we're going to go side by side. What's going to happen with the guy ahead? Ooh, we thought about going around the outside. I thought better of it. I'm just about going to follow him through. It'll be quite easy to outdo this back marker on the brakes there. So there we go. That could have been interesting. Every back marker we approach is another opportunity for me to make a move or something to go wrong to the leader, as it does there. There we go. So for the first time, we're going to go over the line in the lead, I think, in this race, which is great. I've got my head down, trying to reduce that drag. Just going to zoom up the inside here. It doesn't give me the best line. And just trying to take my usual lines and not trying to be defensive. You'll see as I go in this hairpin, take a wide line, concentrate my exit. If I go defensive, it's just not going to work. And he goes around the outside there. Wow, I don't know what happened for me. Really bad exit. And there he is on my outside. Fair play. I don't often see moves there. That was a great move by him. But we can have a slightly better exit here. And this is absolutely fantastic karting. This is Sodi karting at its best, I think. Even watching it, I'm missing being out of track. I can't wait to go out again. I'm going to try and get a really good exit onto the back straight, and we have done. Again, got the head down. Just got my nose ahead. Am I going to stick it or am I going to back out? Ooh, to be honest, I kind of half backed out there, but I've got the inside here as well. We're still side by side. If he can keep a nose on the left, he'll get this hairpin, which he does. I'm going to go for the cutback. Doesn't quite work, and Sodi bogs down a little bit. Okay, so he's won that dice, but it's a yellow flag anyway. It's a bit like in tennis when they change sides. And now we're back again. Going into this really fun braking zone over here where you can really brake late and turn the car in. And I thought I was a little bit better at him going onto the back straight. And we're going to see if I can do it again here. So yes, my momentum almost kind of curtailed by him being on the exit. It's deja vu from the last lap. There's a back marker on the outside. And again, I can't quite get it done, but he does wash out wide. So yellow flag. Let him go because he was ahead. Only 4 laps to go. This is really tense. There's been a big pile up here. Something has not gone well at that corner. And the yellow flag is now over, so we're going to carry on. And this has not worked out well for me with traffic, as we actually hit someone there. And someone's going to unlap themselves up the inside. I don't know if I was being unlapped or that was for position. I couldn't quite remember. It wasn't the helmet I'd seen before. But I go for a very strong move there on the brakes. That was aggressive, but get it done. Am I going to get dived up the inside? Yep. Ooh, that was a bit opportunistic for me, but made it work. Definitely got my head down now, so that's why we can't quite see as much as track ahead. But I can assure you the corner is still there. And I've lost track of the leader at this point, so with 3 laps to go, it's not really looking that good. This guy kind of late on the brakes. I'm going to dive up the inside. Yes, I'm in a really aggressive mood now because I really want to catch up with the leader. But Just seemed a lot lighter on the outside. I'm not really getting drive out of that corner. Can we use the traffic here to our advantage? Can we go around the outside and basically box in this guy? No, not quite. Didn't work out. Slink to the inside. Are we going to be aggressive? No, there's nowhere really to go. This is getting frustrating. And I've got the guy. I'm in a bit of a sandwich here. Am I going to get dived? Not massively. Oversteer from the guy ahead, but that's going to compromise me. Now I'm getting overtaken up the inside. So it's turning into a bit of a nightmare here. Although we do get past that slower back mark. And I don't know who these people are that I'm racing. I haven't seen them before. But the pace now is not, on them, it's not horrendous. Maybe they were just getting used to the track. This guy looks like he's got his own helmet, which can be a telltale sign that someone kind of knows what they're doing. Diving up the inside here. Some more traffic. Trying to scan ahead and see where the leader is. Only a couple of laps to go. There we go. Big move on the brakes. Doing it. I really like that corner. The guy behind kind of snatches the kart. He loses a bit of momentum. I'm just going to take my normal line here. There we go. And yeah, just 2 laps to go. And I was thinking, this really hasn't gone well. My fastest lap is a 51.0, so I know I can go quite a bit faster than that. And I could sense this wasn't really a fast pace in this race. The race was more about getting through traffic, and I'd really got held up there. There's two people behind me having a proper battle. So the yellow flags are out. Okay, interesting. And I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of max my pace. And look who we have ahead of us here. It's the leader. So that guy on the left got out of the car and threw up, which is, I haven't seen that before. So that caused a big yellow flag. And I've caught up here with the leader. And I've been looking at my watch. So I knew there was a few minutes to go. So it's game on again. As we go around here and we can see the instant. Going to go and get caught up here, hit him in the back, go over the line, and I completely missed the checker flag. They actually threw the checker flag earlier because the race had just become such a mess. So I was all confused. I saw the yellow flag after and I thought, oh, there's yellow flags out again, I'll let him back through. I didn't realise that the race had actually finished. Someone was just zooming here under yellows. The race control had really lost control of the race by this point. Do let me know in the comments what you thought about some of that driving, because we saw a lot of yellow flags, saw a lot of karts in the barrier. We saw someone out of the kart being sick, and we saw someone just zooming through under yellow. So we're kind of ticking off all the things that you shouldn't really do. But yeah, that was a really good race. I mean, came second in the end, but always nice to get a podium position. The guy ahead looks like he's got his own seat insert, so he knows what he's doing. And it was a good battle. It was fun weaving through the traffic. You can't have every race just in clean air. Sometimes you've got to get down and dirty with the traffic, and that was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed the picture-on-picture as well. Trying to give it a bit more of an ethereal feel. So we're going to wind out now. This guy's just, he's in a rush for a meeting or something. So is everyone. Fair play. People got places to be. And we're going to roll into pits. I'll keep the camera running and I'll tell you what it's like to finish one of these races and get on the podium. So we're really slowing down now. As we're about to get a big telling off, basically. There's a kart by the side. I think that's why they had to end the race, because it would have taken so long to recover that. Yeah, I suppose if you are going to be sick on your helmet, it's a tough one, really, isn't it? Can't say I've ever been in that position, but I get that must be an uncomfortable one to be in. So we're going to roll into the pits here. And yeah, I think at the Daytona 24 Hours in Milton Keynes, I did miss these Sodi karts. This guy's missed the pits. So we can add that to the list as well, not coming into the pits at the end of the race. It's all kicking off. And just going to pull it in here. Oh yeah, so we got. I don't think you often get pulled into this bay, but we were to get a big old telling off. Normally this bit is reserved for the D-Maxes. Funneling in. But I really enjoyed the race. It was good fun, and I'd rather have a race like that with lots of traffic than have a race where I feel like my car doesn't have the parity, which I have had a few times in D-Max. Yeah, in that second race we were talking about was the races in the D-Max when my kart was, I think, 4 seconds off the pace.
I didn't know that was the checkered flag. I didn't know that was the finish. Like that. Yeah. Good race, yeah. You can have a look back and see all your racing. Yeah, it's difficult with the other side as well. I'm trying to go around that side. Yeah, especially that corner like on the back straight.
Yeah, Daytona were good about that second race, sorting me out with a replacement race, which was nice. Daytona do know what they're doing with kind of the corporate doesn't seem the right word, but just kind of your arrive and drive customer. And if you're looking for just good racing, it is a great place to come. If you're looking for more competitive racing where you want absolute parity, then I'd recommend Club 100. The karts there are just, although the equipment's very similar to the D-Maxes, the karts themselves are on the level. So we're waiting. It's quite unusual to be here. I've never actually been here in a Sodi before. So I couldn't really hear any of that, but we were getting told off stomach. I don't feel like I contributed to it. Yeah, I hope you enjoy me just keeping the camera running. I've recorded the footage, why not? See, this guy here's got a his own race suit. Didn't see him in the race. Oh, he's one of the Kart Force people. So Kart Force, I think they organise karting for injured armed forces personnel. And I was racing a couple of them at Daytona Milton Keynes in 24 hours, which was really fun. Some of them are amputees and things like that, so they have controls on the steering wheel, which is quite incredible to watch. So yeah, going to filter now in back to the. I always call it the paddock area. It's not really a paddock, is it? But you may recognise this guy on the podium as the co-commentator from the Daytona 24 Hours. The very colourful co-commentary. Nice socks there. So yeah, just milling around at the moment. Oh, that's me. It says it on the helmet.
Fantastic time, Massimo Milano.
So congratulations to Mr. Milano. someone else wants on the podium. This is all the COVID secure stuff, which Daytona is very good on. Have to wear masks when you're inside and stuff like that. Obviously, when you're outside, it's a bit of a faff because you are putting on helmets. So, but yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit behind the scenes as well. Do let me know in the comments if you enjoy the karting videos. I really enjoy making them, and I can't wait to get back on track. But until next time, have a good one.